The book came about because we've had the cafe now for 8 years and we absolutely love it when people pop by and go, oh, I want to make this thing my mum used to make for me when I was a kid, or I went to Sweden, I had this dish, can you help me make it? And we have been helping people out for 8 years now with recipes written on pieces of paper in the shop when the shop was busy, and we thought, well, actually it's happening so much that we should really just write things down. So that was how we started talking about doing a cookbook. And here we are. It's here, finally. I've got 2 favorite recipes. The first one is always open sandwiches. I love open sandwiches. It's such a nice way to eat lunch. You have a piece of beautiful rye bread. You top it with something really good, something healthy, maybe a piece of salmon or a piece of beef or whatever you like, really. You serve it with no extra bread on top. So you can see what's gone into the open sandwich. And there is, the possibilities for making your own open sandwiches are endless. We've just added, 8 or 9 different recipes in the book, but you can make your own as you fancy it. I love open sandwiches and I'm never bored of lunch because of that reason. The other favorite recipe, it's got to be the cinnamon buns. How can you not just love cinnamon buns? I make a batch every week at home still, even though we make them in the cafe every day. But every Sunday I make a batch of cinnamon buns with my kids, pop them in the freezer, and I use them throughout the week. School, in the school lunch, or when people come round for fika, we'll have some cinnamon buns. As long as you put a lot of love in your cinnamon buns, they will always turn out right. The book is full of very simple Scandinavian recipes. There is nothing really fancy-pantsy in this book. It is the way that we cook at home. It's the way that we cook, throughout the week, and the cakes that we make on the weekend. It is really simple stuff. Lots of these recipes are my mum's, actually, and it is the genuine way that Scandinavian people will cook at home. I do think a lot of memories from my childhood were from when I was in the kitchen with my mum and with my grandmothers, and I hope that when my kids grow up that they can say the same, that they grew up in a kitchen, in a warm kitchen, full of the smell of cinnamon and cardamom and vanilla. That would make me very happy.